Hello and welcome back to the Second Chance to Live channel here on YouTube. I'm happy to see that you decided to stop by to watch this presentation. To read today's article, I'll put my glasses on and bring up the article. I want to thank you for your time. Here's the article. The value of telling our story after a traumatic brain injury. Living with the impact of a traumatic brain injury can leave us feeling very alone, isolated, and alienated. Alone, isolated, and alienated from other people and even ourselves. Telling our stories after a traumatic brain injury can help you and me to bridge the gap. Bridge the gap between other people and ourselves. Bridge the gap as we share from what we have experienced and what we have learned. Telling our story helps you and me to own our process and our journeys. In the process, we find the courage to come out of the shadows of isolation. And as we share our story, something magical happens. Our lives take on new meaning as we realize that we are not our brain injuries, that our brain injuries just happened. It was an event. As we share our stories, we find the freedom to accept ourselves as we are not our brain injuries. In the process, feelings of alienation from ourselves and from other people drift away as we share our experience, strength, and hope. And we offer, as we share our experience, strength, and hope, we offer hope. Hope to those individuals who read or listen to our story. They find hope by realizing that they are not alone. Reading or listening to our story encourages them to not give up, as we have not given up, because we know that more will be revealed with time. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order, and the dots will connect forward. Yesterday, I shared the importance of telling one's story in the Building Your Life After Traumatic Brain Injury community. Below is a copy of what I shared with my community. As I encourage my community to share their stories, I would encourage you to share your story. Greetings, Building Your Life After Traumatic Brain Injury community members. Thank you for being a member of our community, of a community of awesome people. Our community is growing, and I would like to encourage you to share your story. Sharing my story with other people who could and can identify with me has helped me tremendously. As I have shared my story, I have found freedom to come out of isolation. In the process, I have been able to break free from feelings of alienation from other people and from myself. Sharing your story may also help you to come out of the shadows of isolation. Sharing your story may also help you to stop feeling alienated from other people and yourself. And you don't have to be perfect in sharing your story. You can share a little or a lot as you feel comfortable. In the future, you may like to share more. There are no rules or guidelines. Your story may help another member of the community to feel safe enough to come out of hiding. Thank you again for being a member of our community. Below, I'll briefly share with you part of my story. My name is Craig J. Phillips. I sustained an open skull fracture after hitting the inside of the windshield of our Volkswagen Beetle in an automobile accident in 1967. I was 10 years old at the time. My open skull fracture resulted in right frontal lobe damage, a severe brain bruise with brainstem involvement. In the process of hitting the inside of the windshield, coming up over my dad's bucket seat, I snapped or fractured my left femur or thigh bone. I remained in a traction after the accident for 6 to 7 weeks, and then put into a spica or full body cast for 5 months. I was able to teach myself how to walk, talk, read, write, and speak in complete sentences after the accident. Once my external wounds healed, the impact of my traumatic brain injury went invisible. Once I was able to walk, my parents had me undergo 2 EEGs and a battery of cognitive and psychosocial tests. This was in 1968. The results were shared with my parents. They were told that I would probably not be able to succeed beyond high school academically. My parents elected to not share the results of these tests with me. I was tutored at home for approximately a year and then mainstreamed back into an elementary school in the sixth grade. I went on to graduate on time with my high school class. I was bullied throughout elementary school, junior high, and high school. I obtained my undergraduate degree in 10 years and my master's degree in 3.5 years. On the day of graduating with my master's degree in rehabilitation counseling, my mom revealed the findings from the two EEGs and cognitive and psychosocial testing in 1968. I grew up and lived without knowing that I had an invisible disability. I had no idea that the traumatic brain injury that I sustained when I was 10 years old was getting in my way. After 3 SSDI applications and 2 Department of Vocational Rehabilitation evaluations, one in Florida and one in North Carolina, I was deemed to be unemployable. Excuse me. After being deemed unemployable, my third application for SSDI was approved. I began receiving SSDI at the end of 1999. After 7 more years of searching how to use my gifts, talents, and abilities, I found the right medium. The right medium that would work for me to share what I had to bring to the table of life for people who wanted what I had to give. On February 6, 2007, I created Second Chance to Live, my website at secondchancelive.org. This is the end of the video presentation of this article. I want to thank you for your time. Before I go, let me encourage you with this. Please do not give up on yourself, a loving God, or your process, because more will be revealed to you and to me. The pieces of the puzzle will come together in the correct order and at the right time. I'll say so long for now. Have a great day, and God bless both you and your family. Bye now.